Hey everybody, welcome to Mr. B Clothing here at 1995 Northwest 86th Street in beautiful Clive, Iowa. Chris Williams here, joined as always by Tim Sitzmann on probably, Tim, is this the best March day you've ever experienced?
Usually in March we're kind of anxious for spring, but spring is here.
Yeah, man.
We're maybe 3-4 weeks early in our industry, and our store is full of color, full of fashion, full of excitement, all changed over, and we couldn't be happier because spring is here.
It's gorgeous out, and you've got all the spring ties. You can see
you see them behind us. A lot of color, like you said, for the Derby. Huh?
Yeah, well, we're getting ready to horse racing season. Tim's a big horse racing fan, but hey, before we get there, we got March Madness to talk about.
Wonderful time in basketball, isn't it?
How good does it feel to have the Clones back in March Madness, man? They're going at it with UConn on Thursday night. They get the defending national champs. I walk in here to Mr. B's and everybody's just pumped up. They're bouncing off the wall.
Well, it's a real exciting time, and they've deserved everything they've gotten this year. They've earned it. They were picked so low in the Big 12, as we know, and showed the conference that they were serious about basketball and Ames, Iowa again. And it's I look at it this way, Chris. You can look at it as a tough draw or a good draw, but UConn's a very good way to start. And then you go into possibly a matchup with the number one team in the country in Kentucky. So, I don't know how, as a basketball player or a basketball coach, you'd want it any other way. If you're going to be the best, you got to play the best.
Yeah, you got to. I personally, I'd rather be the one seed, take it on like UNC Asheville or
right.
something like that. But Tim, we were wrong.
Yes, we were.
About our Big 12 tournament predictions, as was I. I thought, man, we would see an Iowa State team show up just hungry. Hey, you're all doubting us still. Bring that mentality. They didn't bring it. Didn't show up. Where do you sit on? I wrote a little blog the other day about, was that loss a blessing in disguise? Did they get that that bad outing, that a little bit, let's just call it lazy outing, I think, out of their system before the big dance. What do you think about that?
I think as you look back at our predictions, we had them playing Missouri and getting there to Saturday night because we thought we could beat Missouri. We lost to them twice. But we both identified the fact that Texas was a scary team and needed to be in the tournament, but still picked Iowa State to beat Texas. And I'm looking at this game as a really, really tough game. I think UConn comes in, and we all know how the Big East is no slack conference, nor is the Big 12.
It's tough.
And I think if we win on the opening night tomorrow night, it's on sheer determination and guts because they're playing a good team. I think it's a one-win tournament for them. I think the next road's Kentucky, and I don't know that we're up to that class of basketball. I think we're up to a class beyond what maybe we thought we'd be, thanks to Coach Hoiberg and the athletes. But I think we got a tough pick, fans. We got a real tough pick, but if we're going to be the best, we want to play the best, and that's where I like it. And I hope I'm talking to you next week saying, hey, we've won 2 ball games and we're really excited about getting closer to that Final Four.
Well, wouldn't the Sweet 16 be something?
I kind of picked them Sweet 16, but I didn't expect this kind of opening.
Well, and that's the darndest thing, too, about the Texas win, or the Texas loss. You win that game, and you're in a 2-7, and who knows. But there's no point in debating that.
No point in talking it. And, Chris, I think if we beat UConn, and that's an if on my books, because I think it's a pretty evenly matched teams.
I do, too.
I think it's a really close game, and it's down to free throws. We talk this all the time in basketball. It's down to free throws, mistakes. I always look at basketball as the last 3 minutes of the game is the game. It's the game within a game because you got to be in position in the last 3 minutes to win it.
Absolutely.
And that's really kind of where I see Iowa State. Can we not make any mistakes in the last 3 minutes? Can we make that big three-pointer? Can we make the free throws down the line? If we can do all those things, I think we can win that first opening game and have an opportunity to play the number one team in the nation.
Well, here you go. You're here to hear from Tim Sitzmann, kind of our resident expert on all things Cyclones. Tim, guess what, man? Spring football is just around the corner.
It's exciting. Coach Rose, it's got to be excited coming off of a terrific year. And, I think all us fanatics are looking forward to football. But let's not give up on the Clones. The women are in NCAA. The men are in the NCAA. We got a lot to have fun with basketball, and hopefully we'll see 2 or 3 more games.
Yep, and hopefully I'll see you out at maybe some Prairie Meadows, do a little horse racing here.
I got to do that. I like to go out on the outside and watch them right at the finish line and have some fun.
All right, Tim. Now, we like to talk fashion here too.
You're looking good today, by the way.
No, what tie do you put with this?
You know, I think you look good. This coat's a soft coat. You could wear it nicely, but a knit tie would look really
knit tie with this type?
Yeah.
All right.
With a pair of jeans, he'd look really good.
Is that okay to do the whole jacket and jeans? Because I like to pull that look.
It's very good, very good. You know, a cotton knit tie with that would look great. Still look casual, but yet dressy. You know, I'm wearing more traditional suit. You can do all kinds of neckwear, but what's happened in the spring is neckwear, as you can see, Chris. The color jumps out. It's time to take a dark suit, a dark sport coat, and make it bright and cheery for the season. And stop in at Mr. Breeze, 1995 Northwest 86 in beautiful Clive, Iowa, and we'll have a staff that can help you and show you how to dress beautifully for the season.
Come in here, talk Cyclones, talk a little style as well.
Mention you're a Clone fan. I'd love to hear that.
He'd love to hear from you. 1995 Northwest 86th Street in Clive. Tim's picking a win over UConn. Not so lucky over Kentucky. We'll see if he's right. We will talk to you soon, Fanatics.